Okay, today we'll be making our spiral slide. So you know the routine. Click on Part. Again, let it load. Being an inventor, it does take a long time to load, depending on when you're using it. We're going to click 2D Sketch, and then XY Plane. If you look at the blueprints, what we're looking at here is, it talks about it right here in the middle of your blueprints about designing these two arcs. You haven't not used the arc tool yet, so I'm going to show you how to use that. But what we're going to do, if you look here, is we're going to make our first arc here. That's 22 inches wide, and it looks like it has a radius of 11, meaning the bend is about 11 degrees. And then we have another arc that's 24 inches with a radius of 12. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how to connect those two arcs. And then what we need to do is we need to make these arcs from the top of our spiral slide to the bottom to be 132 inches tall. And I'm going to show you how to do that. So, choosing your arc tool, you're going to make a point on the left side of your screen. Go ahead and extend across. And what you're looking for here is at the two boxes that are above your dotted line. One is the measurement, and the second one is the degrees. We want this to be at 0 so that we know that our arc is flat. Bend our arc down and click again. So now we have a nice arc, and these two lines here should be level with each other. We're going to go ahead and dimension that the ways that we saw the blueprint. So hit dimension. You're going to click one side of the arc, get that dot, go to the other side of the arc and click that dot and make that dimension 22 inches and hit enter. It's going to be larger than the screen, so go ahead and hit front so it zooms back in. And our dimension tool is still clicked, so we're going to come down here and click the arc at the bend and make that 11 inches. So now we have that first arc made. The second thing to do to make this a little bit easier is then we're going to take our line tool. We're just going to add an inch line to each side of the arc. So if we have 22 inches and we add an inch here, that's 23, and add an inch here, that's 24. So that gives us the exact size for our second arc. So I'm going to go ahead and find the edge of this arc where you get a green dot. Click once and move your mouse out and click again. And then you can hit right click OK to take away your drawing tool. You're going to choose your line tool again on this side. Choose the left side, get that green dot, click once, move your mouse out, click again, right click OK. We need to make this line 1 inch, so we need to dimension, click that line, make it 1 inch, click the left side line, make that 1 inch. Now we have the space that we need to make our second arc. So we go ahead and click our second arc, and we're going to click the end point of that line we made on the left. Go ahead and click the end point of the other line that we made on the right side. You should get a green dot and then bend your arc down. We don't need to dimension the width. Okay, before in the blueprint you saw that it was 24. Because we added those lines, we have a nice 24-inch arc. But we do need to make the radius 12. So go ahead and click the bottom of the arc and make that 12. So there you go. You have two arcs that are connected by a line, which is going to be the beginning part of our slide. Now we need to make this arc be able to extend down 132 inches. So how we do that is we take our line tool and we come over here to the right of the arc. Now I want to find the point where the top of this line is going to be at the top of my arc. And so you can see how this dotted line pops up every time that I get level with the top of the arc. So I'm going to go ahead and click out here as soon as I see my dotted line, and then start bringing my mouse down and making sure that my line is straight. I'm going to show you a little trick. Right now you should see that the blue box right beside my point has a measurement in it. It says 9.313. I can go ahead and type on my keyboard 132, which is how long I want my line to be, and hit enter, and then hit right click OK. And you're going to see that it went ahead and made a nice straight line 132 inches long. That's what we want. We want this spiral, or this curve, to spiral down 132 inches. So we needed to create a line to demonstrate that. What we need to do right now, though, is we're going to take over here on the right. I think you guys have used this already, your navigation toolbar. We're going to find our magnifying glass and look for this zoom window option. And then I'm going to do a little square around this side of my arc and line. I need the corner of my arc and the top of my line to be 8 inches apart. So I'm going to click the word dimension. click the right side of my arc, and then that line, and make that 8 inches away from each other. If you saw in your blueprint, right here, that's represented by this measurement here. They want an 8-inch arc or space in the middle of the slide so that the spiral slide can do what it needs to do. So now that we have all those dimensions, our 2 arcs made, our 132-inch line, and those spaced 8 inches, we can say Finish Sketch. Now this time you're going to use another command in 3D that you have not used before. We've used Extrude, we used Revolve, and similar to Revolve is Coil. We're going to go ahead and click Coil. And what you should see happen is your whole arc should light up green. That is demonstrating, okay, we are going to coil something or take something around something so it lights up. You can see that in your box the axis tool is highlighted. That's good because we need to choose an axis. Kind of like the Revolution, when you chose the left side of the crayon to revolve itself around, we're going to choose an axis here for this arc to curve around. So I'm going to click this long line of 132 inches. So you can see it demonstrates what it is going to do. And so now we just need to add a few more curves. So I go into my box and click on the tab that says Coil Size. Okay, we have 2 words here that are important to us, pitch and revolution. Pitch is going to be the degree at which the curves go down at an angle. If you think about your roof has a certain pitch on it which allows the snow and water to run off. We also want our slide to go down at an angle. In this case, we want 24 inches to be our pitch, and you can see that the green changes and gives us a different angle. Then we're going to change revolution. We're going to make it turn around this line 5 times. Now I knew that, and you can see that 5 revolutions goes the whole way down to the bottom. You could have changed your number and check how many times it turns, but we want it to be 5 so that it has 5 complete turns. So you can hit OK, and what you'll see, what happens is the computer automatically makes it 3D for you and revolves itself so that you can have numerous turns coming down this slide. Alright, now we're done designing. What I want you to do is go ahead and give it a color. So if you right click on the slide and you hit this button here, Select Other, then you have this black arrow, hit that down and hit the word Coil 1. That's going to highlight the whole coil. Let's go up into your color wheel, and you can pick a color that you want your slide to be. I'm just going to pick blue for the sake of just being quick and easy. And you can see that it colored my whole slide. What you're going to want to do now is save it. So like you've done before, File, Save As. Make sure your name or the place that you've been saving it appropriately comes up. And we're going to call this Spiral Slide. Now I already have that, and you can see I've saved it as blue. You can obviously make more than one, just the way I showed you how to do your crayon. So you want to go ahead and save that as Spiral Slide Blue, and you'll be done for the day.